get started, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Trey Payne, and I'm honored to be here this morning on behalf of the entire City Council and the City of Lubbock for this thrilling ribbon cutting for the Lubbock Police Department. This is a beautiful building. Matt asked me to write in the fact or speak into his writing that this is a beautiful building and the glass is so shiny and reflective. Give me a round of applause. For those of us that have been around the police department, I've been around law enforcement in Lubbock for about 25 years. This is truly remarkable. This is a beautiful building, much needed. I'm so excited to be here to stand before you this morning. It's a long time coming. And I'm grateful for those that were on the council back in 2016 and 17 and those in leadership that saw the need for this project because it truly was needed. Public safety has been and will continue to be the number one priority of this city and the city council, and I'm convinced it will be the priority of city councils moving forward because that's the number one job of municipal government, is taking care of its citizens. This police headquarters is something we can be proud of. This is a facility that men and women in our police department will look forward to coming to work to each morning, along with our other stations. This is a place where our police force can meet with citizens and improve public safety across our beautiful city. So we're honored this morning to present you with this new facility with faith that its use will not only increase the safety of our community, but will bridge the line of communication between our citizens and the police department. I'd like to give a special thanks to all of the city staff that worked on this, the contractors who've been working hard to make this improvement, everyone that touched this building and had a part of this. This is all for you as the citizens of Lubbock. Again, thanks to our current council for continuing to push forward with public safety, as well as past councils that pushed this forward, and the current and past leadership from the police department, which Chief Russian will address here momentarily, for helping cast this vision. And of course, we cannot help but thank all of the citizens of Lubbock that supported this. They came forward and saw the need for this and continued to push the necessity of these facilities here in Lubbock. So if you'd please now stand and join me for the presentation of colors by the LPD Honor Guard. And once again, thank you for being here this morning.
All uniformed personnel, active, present, off.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. March. All uniformed personnel, order, off. Eddie.
If you'll join me in prayer. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together. Thank you for this beautiful new facility you've provided. Thank you for everyone involved in the planning, design, construction of this project, as well as the citizens and the city leadership that supported it. Moving forward, we pray the special blessing over the men and women that will work in this building every day. Please grant them the wisdom and protection they need to provide excellent service to this city. Please protect all of our law enforcement personnel here and in our surrounding communities. Finally, God, please bless the city of Lubbock and everyone that we serve. Amen. This time I'd like to welcome Councilman Massengale.
Thank you very much. It's a great day in Lubbock, Texas. Welcome, everybody. Chamber might take credit for the weather, but we'll take credit for it this morning. My name is Steve Massengale, and it's my pleasure to serve citizens of the great city of Lubbock on the Lubbock City Council. From 2016 to 2022, I chaired the City Council's Facilities Committee, and we were charged with finding a solution for our public safety facilities in our city. And it was there was a lot of work involved, but I enjoyed working with everybody on the entire project. I think it's important first to thank the current council. They were very supportive of everything associated with this project, as well as the past council. Particularly, I want to call out work that I did with past councilman Jeff Griffith, as well as Latrell Joy, as they're the ones that served on the facilities committee with me. I want to thank Lee Lewis Construction, Ryan and Lee are here, Park Hill, who we work with on several projects and always deliver for us, the city's facilities department, Public Works, Parks and Recreation, and everyone else, all the leaders associated with the police department. This is one piece of the city's public improvement safety project, which was approved in 2018. This portion of the project was $20.7 million. And I think it's important, there's a story behind all this, and I want to walk you through the story because it's quite fascinating. So in 2016, if you'll recall, the prior council had already embarked and committed on the building to the north of us here, Citizens Tower. And the plan at the time was to put police headquarters in the old city hall at a price tag of north of $60 million. And there was no way to fund that project, and there was no plan to move forward with that project. And interstage left was Chief Greg Stevens, who's here. Where are you? Where is Greg? We're glad you're here, Greg. It's good to see you. At a time when our nation was in unrest and, in my opinion, our law enforcement was being unjustly criticized, and Chief Stevens suggested that community policing was a solution. And at the time, the concept was discussed, and citizens thought it was a good idea, and council and staff thought it was a good idea, so we moved forward and worked on how we could put that together. And so that resulted in 3 patrol division stations, a municipal court that sits here to the north of us, to the west of Citizens Tower, and what we'll eventually call police warehouse and crime lab that's under construction now on Municipal Hill. But that did not come without political will and leadership. And I'm thankful for the council I served on at that time was willing to make the tough decision to move forward and support our men and women in blue with these facilities. It came at the cost of a tax increase, one that we thought was going to be 3 cents, which was a lot at the time. Fortunately, we worked hard on the budget and it ended up being 2, but when you elect us up here, you elect us to make the tough decisions, and I'd make that one over and over again. All these projects are moving our community in the right direction. Investing in public safety, as the mayor said, has always got to be our #1 priority, and I can't thank our citizens enough for supporting our efforts. Our men and women in blue deserve something incredible. A place that helps them to do their jobs and better serves our public. I'm grateful for today that we can say we got it accomplished. Finally, I just can't thank enough those that serve on the line for us every day, those that are there when we need them most, those that are dedicated in preventing crime, enforcing our laws, preserving the peace, and making Lubbock all a safer place for us. I'm excited for our community today. I would encourage all Lubbock citizens to come visit your police department. It's a beautiful building. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to God bless all of our first responders. And at this time, I would like to introduce you to Ryan Wilkins from Park Hill.
Good morning. This morning I get the pleasure and blessed to represent all the design team and the professionals at Park Hill. They worked tirelessly to make sure that this building was finished and on budget, on time. Isn't that the two key words? On budget, on time. All right.
Budget.
Several years ago, had the opportunity to go and serve the children out at the Guadalupe Parkway Centers out on MLK, just right over here. And during our after-school reading program, the children had an art project that they were working on. And they were to draw a caricature of what they wanted to be when they grew up. And I would say 70-80% of the art on the wall was police officers, firemen, and doctors. No architects. No lawyers either. Sorry. But they drew pictures of everyday heroes. And everybody represented on that wall was doing good. And from a young age, that touched me that they had in their mind, when they grew up, they wanted to do good. But our officers are much more than that. You know, they've got to have the ability to change their persona, their attitude, just like that, because they can be going, hands-on with an individual intent to do harm. They have to be stern. They've also got to go get a teddy bear out of the back of the car to give to a child that is being removed from an abusive home. They got to go tell a loved one that their family member is passed, and they've got to be a counselor, and they've got to help them cope with grief. They've got to make all these decisions. They've got to change these attitudes and these personas within minutes. And I think that that's a superhuman ability. And so this building was designed to capture that duality, that superhuman quality that our officers possess. As you walk through the building, I hope you'll look around and you're going to see raw concrete. It's gritty, it's hard, it's strong. You're also going to see warmth of natural wood. You're going to see the softness of felt. All those things were designed on purpose to capture this unique quality that these officers exhibit every single day. You're also going to see some little details in the materials and the fabrics that represent the bars of service on the uniforms that these officers are wearing. That's on purpose also. This building is theirs. This is a place where they can come home. It's a place where they can feel comfortable. They can maybe let down their guard just for a minute before going back out into our community to do good. And I think that's something worth celebrating. So give these guys a round of applause for being good people. This project did not come without challenges. We kicked off this project on day one with Greg, and about 3 days after that, something happened in early of March 2020. Little thing. We all got sent home to work in solitude designing this project. Thank goodness my wife, who's here, is the interior designer, so we had somebody sit next to and talk to and work with. But my kids came home from school and slowed things down a little bit. But it became a family endeavor, absolutely. And so they got to play hooky today, and they're here too. But during that time, they became passionate about what you all are doing. They became passionate about this project. And that's why I felt it was worthwhile them getting to skip school for a little bit. But we became family, and we are so blessed to call all you guys family. And this home is y'all's, and we are pleased to give it to you, and we're pleased to be a part of this process. Thank you guys so much for everything you do, and thank you for having us here today.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here and celebrate this historical event in Lubbock Police Department history. First of all, we're leaving our old headquarters building on Texas Avenue, built in 1921, that served us well for many years. And now we are officially opening our beautiful new headquarters building that represents the future of our department. This brings to mind our centennial slogan from 2021, pride in the past and faith in the future. We've had some good days in our old headquarters and are proud of the past, and at the same time we're excited about our new facility and have great faith in the future with this investment in our public safety. Now, as introduced prior to this, I want to introduce once again Greg Stevens. They didn't mention that he is the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement Director, actually brand new sworn into that position. He's from Austin now. But Greg was the Lubbock Police Chief from 2015 to 2019. Those were pivotal years when the city started down the long path leading to this ribbon-cutting ceremony. Greg and all those that work toward this idea and vision can see it come to life in this new headquarters building today. Everyone who had a part in creating this incredible building should be very proud. We owe each of you a debt of gratitude. I'm going to name names here now, so I'm going to try to do that. Hope I don't miss anybody. The city managers, mayors, city council members, Lee Lewis Superintendent Gary Messersmith, project manager David Clower, Park Hill architect who just spoke, Ryan Wilkins, our city architect Darren Dinsford, project manager Ray Perez, facility directors Wes Everett and Mark Zabakar, IT director James Brown, and all of his wonderful people in IT, and everyone else connected to this project. It was a great team and a great team effort. We also had police employees that helped with the input on the building design and moving out of the old building and moving into this new building. And let me tell you, that was quite the endeavor. You know, you think about what you accumulate over the years, and there were a lot of years accumulated over there we had to bring over here. I'd like to recognize Lieutenant Jason Lewis, Deputy Chiefs Matt Doherty and John Tatino, Lieutenant Ryan Brumley, Dispatch Supervisor Roger Ochoa, former Police Chief Floyd Mitchell, and of course my three assistant chiefs sitting to my right, John Caspel, Nathan White, and Neil Barron. I also want to thank our citizens for their support for this project and working with us in partnership each and every day to keep our community safe. We have 166 police employees and 25 from the Fire Marshal's office working out of our new headquarters. And of course, if you look here, you see we have 3 stories. The front section on each floor are open to the public to provide citizen services. Behind the public areas are the secured areas where our employees work. And of course, these areas are not open to the public. They're secured. But today you're going to get the unique opportunity to peek behind the curtain, to see the secure areas and learn about each unit from the people that work there. The police department has some incredible employees that are passionate about their work and very proud of their new building. So we want you to meet them. So we'll have an employee from each unit waiting outside their area to guide you through their workspace. We also invite you to have breakfast with us in our community room on the first floor. As you go through the doors, look to your left and you can't miss it. We want to thank you again for coming, and we really appreciate all the support you've given us. I'm going to turn it over to the mayor now, and we'll get to the ribbon cutting maybe.
I also want to recognize former Chief Nichols sitting up here. Thank you for being here. Started off in 1983, coming to Lubbock, and I know things have changed just a bit. When Greg was chief back in the when Greg was just on patrol and a sergeant back in the early 2000s, he and I worked on a lot of cases together. And he even would come and teach classes for me. And one thing that he and I always talked about to students, young prosecutors, young police officers, was the word integrity. And we'd always tell people, you only have your integrity once. That's it. Once you lose it with someone, it's gone. And so as I look at this building and I look at all that's been built and I look at all the council members and leadership in Lubbock that have come before us, we're all going to be gone someday. Police officers will come and go, chiefs will come and go, but this building will remain standing for a long time. And I hope the citizens of Lubbock are able to look at our police department, look at these facilities, and look at this building and see integrity in this building and integrity in the city. And that's going to be my prayer going forward. So if you'll join us as we come forward, all those that are joining us in the ribbon cutting, you'll step forward. We're going to cut this ribbon and open this building officially to our public, and hope that we will move forward today knowing that this department, this city, stands on integrity. Thank you very much for being here today.